Welcome back, friends. I'm John Hart, the Hart of Appalachia, and today we're stepping into a day that carries both weight and gratitude. Memorial Day, a day of remembrance, a day of honor, a day when this country pauses to say, we remember. But here in Appalachia, remembrance has always been more than a holiday. It's a way of life. Before it was ever a federal holiday, before the parades and the cookouts, Memorial Day began as something simple and sacred, Decoration Day. After the Civil War, the bloodiest conflict this nation ever saw, families across the mountains walked the hillside to tend the graves of their loved ones. They brought flowers, they brought stories, they brought their children so the names wouldn't be forgotten. Some say the first Decoration Day happened in South Carolina, when formerly enslaved people honored Union soldiers who had died for their freedom. Others point to small mountain towns where families decorated graves long before Washington ever put a date on it. But no matter where it began, the heart of it was the same. Honor the fallen, keep their memory alive. If you've lived in Appalachia long enough, you know this truth. Our people have always answered the call. From the Revolutionary War to the mountains of Afghanistan, Appalachians have served and sacrificed at some of the highest rates in the nation. Maybe it's our sense of duty. Maybe it's our love of country. Maybe it's the way we're raised, to stand up, step forward, and protect what matters. During World War II, entire hollers emptied as young men shipped out. In Vietnam, Appalachian soldiers were known for their grit, their tracking skills, their ability to survive in terrain that felt a lot like home. And after 9/11, our Rangers once again sent sons and daughters into harm's way, many of them volunteering before the ink on their high school diplomas were dry. Those mountains have produced heroes, quiet ones, humble ones, the kind who don't brag about what they've done and carry the weight of it long after they come home. Memorial Day isn't about politics. It isn't about sides. It's about people, real people, who laid down their lives so others could live free. In small Appalachian cemeteries, you'll find their names carved into stone. Boys who never made it back from Normandy, men who fell in Korea, friends who didn't return from Iraq. Every one of them had a story, a family, a dream, a place at the table that stayed empty. And that's why we remember, not to glorify war, but to honor the ones who bore its cost. Here in the mountains, Memorial Day still looks a lot like it did 100 years ago. Families gather on the hillside, fresh flowers in hands, kids running between the stones while the older folks tell stories of who's buried there. Someone starts humming an old hymn, "Shall We Gather at the River?" or "Amazing Grace." And for a moment, time slows down. The past feels close, and the names carved in stone feel alive again. This is how Appalachia remembers, not with fanfare, but with faith, not with speeches, but with stories, not with grand monuments, but with love. So this Memorial Day, wherever you are, whether you're standing on a hillside cemetery or sitting quietly at home, take a moment, say a name, tell a story, remember a life. Because remembrance is a sacred art. And as long as we keep telling their stories, they are never truly gone. I'm John Hart. This has been the Memorial Day in the Mountains. Thank you for listening. And to all the Gold Star families, we honor you today and always. If you enjoy the podcast, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, God bless you, and I'll see you on down the road.